Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bastard's Guide to Direwolf20. I mentioned how I was planning to start the turtle right away, and actually I'm not going to do that. Also, as it turns out, I'm fairly blind and I do have tin. Now I'm in the hunt for copper. So the tin must have been in here when I was looking. I thought I was recording, and I've spent 5 minutes looking around my chests, and as it turns out, there was tin coming into this chest. I put it over here, started doing a whole spiel about, well, look, what do you know, I have everything. And, well, then I noticed I was out of copper, and I wasn't recording. Anyway, we're processing copper now, and we're back to recording. That's a bonus all around. As for copper, I'm missing 2. I'm gonna probably need to use all my iron. Well, so about that. I might need some new glasses, but oh well. Or just a course in looking through my chests before I complain. And that's particularly embarrassing when live recording. When you're just doing your own thing, then naturally nobody will be wiser. Okay, I'm gonna need some sort of transportation, and I do feel as if the easiest way early game is probably the thermal engineering portable tank, and I'm just gonna expand it to Invar level. There we go. And I'm going to craft a bucket for bringing stuff with me. Anyway, here we go. Oh, and I broke my pickaxe while I was desperately mining for tin without finding it. Then coming back to the tin being in the chest, that was hilariously ridiculous. Also, only bringing one pickaxe and the iron axe that you probably remember from last episode was pretty much worn out. This will need a certain degree of caution, as there's often hostiles out in the open. However, we'll see what happens. Over here somewhere, according to when I checked the map, there should be a lava lake, which ideally should provide me with the necessary lava for my little plan to unfold. Of course, this is where there is a piece of the world that doesn't load. This will happen from time to time in modded Minecraft in general. There's very little to do about it. You can log out and log back in again, however, you can also run around it, so I've chosen the other option. Alright, so later on I'll be using pumps for doing this sort of unfortunate manual labor, but at the moment I'm not really seeing myself with a pump. Do I have a crescent hammer? I do not have a crescent hammer. Okay, then it's time to test if I'm right. I suspect that if I mine this, which takes forever, there's a crescent hammer would just, nope, it keeps its inventory when mined. Okay, crescent hammer is instant and the real solution to this, but seeing I forgot to make one and bring it, and it seems to keep its inventory when brutally mined, I'm going to attempt to gather some lava and bring it back. This is fun. I cannot really see what's a source block and what's not, so and I'm trying desperately not to fall in, which is also a bit of a challenge. This is early game. Falling in lava is not good for my health at all. It should not be early game anymore. At this point I should have decent armor, but well, let's just say that the Bastard's Guide has been the Bastard's Guide to pathetic so far, though hopefully I'll change that starting in this episode. I probably don't need more than I have, but better safe than sorry, in particular given that this is a bit of a run to get more lava. There we go. I can barely reach the source blocks and grab them. There we go. The tank is full. And I will mine it and head back. Come on, pup. Alright, so this is super wonderful. Having a great big hole in the ground. If I was to log in and log out and log in again, it would probably load properly, but for the sake of the recording I'm just going to work around it for right now. If it was a more vital zone, I'd probably consider logging in and out again. But honestly, it's fairly far away from my base, and I plan on going to the Nether instead. Also, going out of the zone and going back in should, like most other things, be somewhat similar to logging out and logging in again for this. So if I walk out to the point where it unloads the chunk, I should be able to come back again and it'll load properly. So either way, this should be my little hideout, and I am now in possession of a considerable amount of lava. Let's get this door closed up before we get any unwanted visitors. There's a few things about the Nether when you're playing Direwolf20. Direwolf20 has witchery in it, which means the Nether is not exactly safe. It's a little bit less than ideal, but I don't have better armor, and I honestly don't see myself trying to get it. In other words, I'm just gonna hope for the best and hope that the hellhounds from witchery don't get me. Honestly, last time I started out Direwolf20 early game, I ended up in an unfortunate loop where the hellhound was waiting for me at the portal. This cost me to die over and over, which was a bit of a drag. I'm not used to taking 3 deaths, so doing that all of a sudden was an experience, to put it that way. Anyway. Okay, so I do agree this is an igneous extruder. For a second I thought I built the wrong machine. It would be nice with an aqueous accumulator for this particular process, but I'm not quite sure if I have the necessary components for it, and well, it can wait. So, headed back up. Now I'm going to need glowstone, and I'm going to need redstone, and I'm probably going to need some IC2 machines. My plan is fairly simple. I want jetpack, and I want jetpack so that I can go out at night and float around and murder an enderman. that is actually the specific purpose. Oh, crud. Oh, this is useful. Anyway, we're gonna need at least 10 obsidian for this process. I am going to need more iron, which I hope this has been producing. Yeah, by proxy. I'm going to put it in front of the list though. So iron dust, there's already some other stuff produced. Now, I'm going to need the igneous extruder because it seems that without it, I'm going to be unable to start the lava flow from the bucket. So it seems that I've built a lot of my stuff so that it's hard to reach around it, which is of course wonderful, but lesson learned about space and bases, I guess. So there we go. We'll let that run for a minute. Alright, for obsidian we need 10, and we'll need another 4 or 5 for the chunk loader. This is no biggie, so I'm just gonna get to it. So this will give me the 10, and I'll give it a little bit extra water to make my life easier. There we go. For the next time it'll have most of it already thought out. So this, and there we go. Alright, so now again, making the nether portal is going to require a few measures of security, as the nether portal is, by definition, not safe. I did not place these, did I? Maybe I did. I did. Okay. I thought for a second I had found a dungeon, but no. That was just me being silly. However, there is something nearby as I hear the insistent sound of zombies the further I get in. Anyway, my plan is to make the portal in a place where any hellhounds and pigmen and whatever else might decide to come out through it will not be able to get at me. This is a purely defensive purpose, and hopefully it'll prevent me from premature horrible maiming and death. Unlike earlier when I learned the hard way that hellhounds are not to be ignored. Anyway, this should do for a place for a portal. I'm gonna light up the room to prevent any unnecessary and unwanted spawning. There we go. So this is of course a little bit silly, but there we go. And just to finish the looks, I guess. So yeah, going in and out, I will be using this as it'll prevent anything from getting out with me, should everything go horribly wrong. Now I'm gonna need an iron pick in case I find anything of value in the nether, which means timing on having this. I'm gonna leave this behind. I have food, and I will need means for lighting the portal. Just to say, I'm gonna steal one of the last flint I have. hello, creeper. Okay, let's see if Direwolf something might substitute in this mod pack. 10 maybe? Nope. Not gonna waste my silver. Ferris? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Well, probably not then. Alright. I'm gonna remove the gold from the processing for right now in hopes that I get some iron going really fast. I should also try to get some more gravel. And for that, there is my endless, useless, and fruitless mineshaft down here where I was looking for tin. And I plan to revisit this place later on. There's a lot of unused ore, which is always nice. But yeah, no tin is, funnily enough, I was looking for something I already had and I did not find any more of it. I think I was contemplating if I was going to waste a whole episode looking for tin, I was going to revise my plan. Fortunately, I didn't run to that. Let's see, this should give us all the secondary output we need. If I go on and mine all this gravel. Unfortunately, nothing's going to happen while in the nether, but once out of there, I imagine that things are going to pick up greatly. Anyway, exit stage 1. And then I'm going to turn the corner down here and head up. So the main issue as I see it, with the way I've chosen to do things, is that I will need a whole lot of gravel to keep it running. However, this is okay for now. That's a pig, alright. It's fortunately not out to kill me. Alright, up here there should be a certain amount of iron. And, there we go. I will proceed to have it processed, and hopefully, there we go. It'll exit some ingots out here that we can use to make flint and steel with flint and steel. My nether expedition is about to start. I'm just going to make a few more torches for the sake of being able to mark things and build a chamber in the nether. I'm going to build a chamber that'll prevent spawning around the portal to allow safe passage, as if you come through and Helldown is waiting for you, you're pretty much history, because until you load, it has a free stab at you, and it takes a while to load no matter how good your setup is. Anyway, there we go, nether. So we have a good spawn location in the nether, then we can quickly encase, no matter what the spawn location looks like. I'm going to... dearie me. Okay, so this is probably the worst possible spawn location I've seen in a fairly long time. I generally refer to encasing the nether portal in cobblestone as vandalism. This is generally true, as it's horribly annoying when people do like the one block out and you can't even move. In this case though, it is definitely a necessity, as a great number of things could go wrong. And we're not even accounting the lag spikes I'm currently getting from, I'm guessing the recording and my hard drive are disagreeing with each other at the moment. Either way, this is witchery territory, which means hellhounds, and we already know the perils of ghasts, and there will be fire bats too. There will be many nasty things that can turn out your portal and thus end your existence in the nether, or rather, I heard a, there we go. See, that could have been a problem had my portal been ready. So we're gonna hurry up and finish this before I kick the bucket. That was a little closer than I wanted it to be. The fire bats do explode upon impact, and it's a little bit of a drag, is it? To put it bluntly, hurts quite a bit. Okay, so I'm here, and I need food. And I need to get back inside momentarily. Again, I'm going to have to use iron doors later on, but as that's not really an option right now, then replacing the mining cobble will have to do for a door. Another benefit is that a large cobble structure is a lot easier to find in the nether than just about anything else. Anyway, let's see, shortest path to glowstone is potentially up here. Whoa. Yeah, lag right now is probably more client latency. It's a really bad deal. So, again, hellhounds is my main concern, as they are super deadly. Oh, there's another fortress. We'll be exploring that later. It's very practical to have it this close to spawn. Oh, there's something over there I can probably get at. I feel like I just came from there, so it must be, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going blind, and that's probably fine. And this should produce enough glowstone that I can make basic jetpack, which, oh dear, I threw half of it in the lava lake. Yeah, so doing great at the moment. Any sound that could be explosive. There's nitro creepers too. They're really friendly fellas with an exceedingly short fuse. And yeah, the bats we've already discovered. Basically everything in here is even more so than regular Minecraft, out to kill you. But again, the hellhounds are definitely what I worry about the most. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to grab some of this, since it'll come in handy for the QED later on, and that's not a whole lot, but it, oh dear me, it'll come in handy for, well, a lot of things. Amongst that, and a quarry, QED components, any component related to extra utilities really that's anyway advanced usually requires burnt quartz, which is a block of quartz. that's been burned in a vanilla furnace. Out here I see another one of those little bats, and I'm still suffering from performance issues, and I can hear ghasts. I'm gonna jet before this becomes an issue. Excellent. And again, if I was to be followed through here by something unmentionable, it would be unable to get up. Just for safe measure, going to place a block there. It's of vital importance that your base is always safe, and nothing's going to blow you up, cause you to lose your inventory in your base. At least to me. There we go. Okay, so there's probably some smooth stone. So again, general looks I haven't cared much about, but just for good measure, I'm gonna keep this somewhat clean. Here there's all sorts of things being processed, so I'm going to make sure that it all gets burned up and ready to go. Let's see. Accu's accumulator would be really wonderful at this point. And for that we'll need such a device. I think I'm going to use vanilla glass for this, as it's simply more handy. There we go. And I'm going to need a machine block. I need more copper, but that is fortunately burning up. So machine casing is fairly trivial. This is one of those blocks we'll be making quite a lot of. It'll need a bucket and 2 glass aside from the copper. And the copper should be... there should be enough copper here with what I had, right? Yep, okay. There we go. Alright, Accu's accumulator, and I should be able to place it right there and configure it to only jacked up. That means this should be running full of water once I ask it to receive from below. There we go. And now my lava is going to all process and turn into, yeah, I'm going to have to fix this. This is basically too compact of a base design, but it'll do the trick for right now. Very well, yeah. I'm going to find what I have for coal. Yeah, 2 will be enough. And I'm going to start the turtle. This is me arrogantly assuming that I can find enough materials to produce a chunk loader within a reasonable period of time. Now, I'm going to ask this turtle to dig out a 15 by 15 area, and it'll be sorted back through this and into this chest. I'm going to have to extend the storage for it as we go, but 15 by 15 is not a horribly large amount. It should be realistic. I am also going to make a door in a little bit. However, first, let's get started on the jetpack. Electric jetpack. It's going to require a bat box. So I need batteries. Batteries are made out of insulated tin and tin item casing. It should be fairly easy. I have no rubber. I was pretty convinced I mined some rubber tree at the very beginning, but I guess I didn't. Well, I have an axe. I should that the system unloads. There is simply no... Oh man, I was convinced Anyway. That is fair. I am going to... Sun's going down. Okay. Goody. Let's check the map here. I cannot move very far from here. There should be rubber down here, which is not far enough that it'll destroy my my turtle, hopefully. This is best decided by checking the area of chunks I load. Oh, there's the seed for everybody to see. And for some reason, I do not see loaded chunks at the moment. In which case, you... Alright, nothing to do about it. I don't have a choice. I have to go get it. So if my turtle stops, now is a better time than later in the process when it's way below ground and I will have to risk life and limb to get it. Here we go. That's... Alright. Again, I do make tracks rather quickly and then check behind me for creepers. Creepers are positively deadly when playing on hard difficulty. Yeah, there should be some rubber over there. That is perfect. This quicksand is a good way to kick the bucket, so be wary of it. Sudden changes in elevation are not necessarily good for health either, so let's... Oh dear. Poison ivy, not good for health either. I'm not exaggerating horribly when I say that a lot of things in this mod pack are basically out to murder you as cruelly and horribly as they can. Poison ivy, hellhounds, the list is pretty long and rather sophisticated. Oh, there's more oil here that might come in handy later. Let's see if this'll... that was tempting. I'll drop a few saplings. Well then, there's one good. Ideally I'll get 2 or 3 back with me. Oh, I have to, okay. Oh, there we go, 3, okay. Good, good. This means I can plant new rubber saplings if I feel the need. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly... Hopefully this is enough. Hopefully I did not move too far away. Though this seems reasonable distance for the turtle to have survived the process, but we're going to have to see about that. If the turtle unloads, because I labeled it in a previous episode, it will retain its fuel, but it will stop functioning. Which means we will simply have to return and find it, mine it, replace it at the beginning, and start it up again. This is not the end of the world, but it is a bit annoying and will cause us to lose some of the time that I've already horribly wasted. So basically what I'm saying is it would be less than ideal. Now let's check on this. We do not see the turtle anywhere. But short of the matter is, he will drop one lower if he's still running when he comes back here, so we'll check on that in a minute. First, I'm going to turn this rubber into rubber. There we go. And obsidian for crafting, you never know when that's going to come. Very handy. And at the other end comes rubber. This is a bit of a slow process, but we'll do. There's some iron. Do we have iron over here? No, we do not. Don't even have it processed. Okay, this needs to go up front then. That's the next thing we need. Yeah, we'll actually need it now, so I'll put the gravel in a pretty obvious position to be next. So being hit by massive lag, now and then, this hasn't been a problem recording before, so I'm going to assume that my disk is probably running full. So yeah, jetpack, advanced circuit, we can afford that. You're going to need copper cable and iron plate. So we're gonna need iron. Either way we turn it, we need iron right now. Which it is starting to work on, I suppose. Which again will take a while. So while it does that, I'm going to go mine a little more iron. Iron picks, wonderful for this. Stone picks, wonderful for this process. Let's get a move on. Again, I'll probably have to clean up my hard drive before next episode to ensure that things are a little smoother. But for now, I'll make do and try to get some vital things crafted. So, oh, there we go. There's some probably lead by the looks of it. Something we particularly need right now, but it will be useful later on, so we might as well grab it. There we go. Yeah, it's lead ore. Alright. This will take care of that. Solar. Oh, that is neat. Again, I'm mining blocks directly above my head. I'm doing all these things I'm not supposed to, and you know what? I'm not going to stop doing it. At the end, my death tally will speak for itself. For right now, I'm going to be as arrogant as to believe that I will keep it to a minimum. Generally, once you get to the power suit stage in this game, it becomes more difficult to die without help. help to find us friendly people helping you out in this world, such as me, or a few certain mobs that can really make your day miserable. Certain types of poison effects, Wither in particular, is still very efficient when dealing with people wearing power suits. And the Wither itself has received a massive buff to the duration of the Wither poison in this mod pack. The Wither poison will last an obscene amount of time. I think about a good 30 hearts maybe, which is to say have health potions or die if you get withered by the Wither itself. But once that tech tier of fully operational modular power suit with the best plating and correct upgrades and stuff, once that is achieved, I will wager that death is somewhat of a limited occurrence. However, getting to there is, for some people, quite a bit interesting. I would have thought I'd be well on the way there, but I think my record is about 3 hours played. However, we're coming up on that already, and let's just say I am nowhere near there. However, I'm about ready to embark on a daring mission to get myself in a better position. Let's go check on the turtle to see if it's still running. I wouldn't put any money on it. Nope. It's sitting still over there. Now this is spawn zones, and it will be as the turtle digs in to the ground as well. This is something to be a little wary of at first, which is why I'm going to seal off the room. But as it gets further down, it'll be less and less of an issue. Let me just... There we go, and there. Alright, we need to place this pretty precisely, so if I go refuel all and excavate 15, it should be in its ultra. Yep, there we go. Alright, it'll take care of its own business, and I will probably dump a bucket of water into the hole to to encourage obsidian generation instead of... Actually, no, I'll just let it sit there with the water. There we go, that should cover that. I'd rather just pump any lava out of there, come to think of it. So, allowing time for everything else, I'm going to look down here, and nothing has been returned, which is predictable, as it wasn't allowed to finish the first run and empty its inventory. There we go, there's some rubber, we have the aluminum, and there's a lot of iron coming up, which we're gonna need. This is taking a while, but very little to do about that, so like I said, either path we chose would require a fair amount of iron, so what I'm going to make is a forge hammer for making the individual components for the IC2 stuff we're about to do. I generally don't do much IC2. It is, it's not my favorite mod in the world, and that's being nice to it. Anyway, iron first. We're gonna need iron plates. This is still working on coming through with anything, so we're gonna go with these furnaces for some quick iron. Yeah, I'm gonna need some iron plates. Whoops. I'm gonna need some more. What I'm also gonna need is cutters, which is 3 iron plate, 2 iron. Okay. So the sooner the better, I guess. My idea is fairly simple. I'm gonna have a jetpack once the next night starts, and I will fly out and attempt to catch an Enderman off guard and snipe him from the air. Basically, fly by Enderman murder. This should provide me with, hopefully, a pearl, which again would provide me with what I need to proceed in this matter. Anyway, there we go. 6 of those. We're gonna need rubber, and there we go. So, electric jetpack, we're gonna need the advanced. Oh, it needs another iron plate, so again, gonna have to bash this up. And the usage of redstone is somewhat excessive, but it should be okay. As I remember, this is how it goes. Oops. Then these are changed up. That's good though, because the glowstone is the more expensive component. Yep, there we go. Alright, so advanced circuit. You're gonna need the bat box. We're gonna need 2 bat boxes realistically, because we're gonna have to charge it too. So the bat box is insulated tin cable for a battery and tin item casing. So again, whoop, hammer, tin, whoop, and yeah, I'm gonna beat this up to. Okay. Get that out. We're gonna cut it. Whoop. And we're gonna insulate a larger portion of it, actually all of it, that's fine. So this on top, whoa, whatever that explosion was, it's probably not a good thing. Here we go. I need more tin, which again means hopefully I have tin in the process, or we're in trouble. I'm in trouble. Alright. Just gonna go check on my turtle, because explosions are not good. This is a little too annoying to get to, and I have a process I need to maintain. So, no tin here, a little bit of tin there. Yeah. I need at least 2 more batteries, which is to say I'm going to need tin before I turn it. Tin is a secondary chance in some of these ores, but I'm somewhat convinced that it'll not be enough. So let's see if we can find tin. Again, roughly down here, and we'll mine about looking for tin. I simply can't remember where the sweet spot is, but there is a spreadsheet somewhere that explains in detail which ores are found where. This is actually a weakness due to my mining habits. That is to say, I generally don't have to mine my ores myself. This is theoretically very efficient. Right now I'm not having a whole lot of luck. That seems to go either way you turn it though. I might be at the wrong level. Actually, the more I attempt, the more I feel as if I'm probably at the wrong level. Confident that if I polarize iron in the sag mill, I'll get tin as a byproduct. Whether this is enough remains to be seen. I'm going to need a fair amount of tin. I'm actually going to need more, as I will be coming up on a generator to recharge the jetpack. However, this will be interesting. Okay, iron pick is a lot faster, but a horrible waste of resources, I suppose. Particularly considering I'm going to need an obscene amount of iron to get started. And yeah, so far I need uncover a ton of ores and come back for later of other kinds. It can be a leisure mining while I'm doing other stuff. Yeah, This is not going to be fruitful at all. Anyway, I will return and see how my luck has been with the sack melon. Alright, let's see. The iron is still not being processed. That'll be changed. Okay, this will go somewhere in the process. That's really inconsequential where it goes. Flint is good, and the iron is the process at the moment. Alright, let's smash up some tin casing, because we'll need that. And what more will we need? We need iron. Okay. We'll need 4 of that, which means, whoop, there we go. Then we have the iron casing in order, and all we need is the bat box. So, more RE batteries. Aside from this, we're going to need a generator. Now, there's a lot of things named generator in the game. What we really only want for right now is the basic generator. And for that, we're going to need a machine casing, a battery, and a furnace. So, machine casing is iron, and we have a fair amount of iron now. That is infinitely useful. Okay, so whoop. Iron, as I remember, this is the recipe for a machine casing. And furnace, so furnace, machine casing, battery, and generator has been achieved. So I need a bat box, which is, oh yeah, I'm gonna need some wood for this bat box, and the easiest way to achieve that is like this, and it doesn't really matter what color the wood is, so whoops, bat box achieved. And how is it? This one on top, 2 iron casing, and there we go, we have a jetpack now. I think I might actually be able to charge it in the generator, though I would greatly prefer having a bat box. Yep. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Alright, and darkness is falling. This is perfect. I'm gonna need this, and I'm gonna need this out here, as a matter of fact. Dirt can go with me. I need the torches, and the andesite needs to go, because it really belongs in the trash heap somewhere. Okay, so based on this, this will fill up slowly but surely. I'll get some more charcoal for it. And meanwhile, this will be infinitely useful. We'll just cover it for right now. Prevent anything nasty from getting in. mission and all that, I need to get chunk loaded in a very short time span. Now, hopefully I won't be experiencing my lag when I start doing this, as that could prove very fatal. Anyway, let's not worry about that beforehand. I'm gonna make a safe flying passage in and out. It's gonna be tall enough that things can't climb it, and it'll be too small for spiders to get through it. Maybe I'll build a classical spider fence around it. Yeah, probably will. Anyway, it'll allow me to fly in and out of the base without being attacked. So that was actually the purpose of this whole ceiling. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. There. And of course, it needs to be kept spawn free. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this needs a platform. As any other platform, it'll also need this around it to keep spiders from climbing up here. Alright. This should be relatively safe now. 4 torches will keep anything nasty from spawning up here. And yeah, that is exactly what I'm talking about when I said nasty. Okay, fortunately he doesn't know how to use that shovel. Okay, I'm gonna check out. I have a fair amount of jetpack fuel. I do not see any Endermen. Now what I need to keep in mind is also I have very limited range, so having Endermen come to me is greatly preferable. You know, if I run over there, my quarry unloads, which is a bit of a drag. Plus we have limited fuel. So no Enderman in sight, of course. Oh, there's one. Hello. And he's angry. Good. Good, good. Okay, lag bad. Secured. Time to hope that there's enough jetpack fuel for returning after the mission. Alright, that's fairly lucky, and getting it on the first go. Yeah, definitely on the lucky side of town. Now let's not waste any time in putting it to good use. Of course, this is the point where I realize I need more diamonds. that, I'll replace these and I will get it charged front too. It shouldn't be possible for anything to get through here, but just in case, I'm going to close the hatch. And let's see if we can find diamonds. Alright, what is important to remember is, again, we have a range, and I think it's probably better to hit downstairs here. Okay, so this is interesting. So, F3 is your friend. Tenor, come to me. Okay, so we went here first, which means we came out. Okay, we came out from here. So our immediate path to better Y level is down here. Now, risk of running into lava. So this will cover. Again, I'm using the wrong pick. Makes it quite a bit faster, but should I run into diamonds, I'd like to have some durability left on it. Okay, so gold is agreeable too. Let's get some of that. As we're approaching the roundup for this, I'm just going to stress that we might go over time trying to secure a chunk loader, allowing us to this might actually be worth exploring. Yeah, no dice though, but at least it's already lit up. And again, using the wrong pick. Whereas faster, probably not what I really want to do. But, well. So this mining technique should be useful for anything that might have interest. But right now I'm pretty solely focused on diamonds. That's essentially the only thing I need in order to move on this, get my junk loader and be able to gather resources while my turtle is working independently of me, which is again the whole purpose of all this we're trying to do. I want the turtle to do my dirty work, and I want to be able to focus on crafting machines that'll give me an advantage of sorts. So, So I will be needing 2 diamonds for my junk loader, and evidently they're going to be excessively difficult to come by. I'll probably be okay for moving out a little bit further this way, so I'll give it another few poke holes out here. So yeah. I'm evidently not going that way. Okay, in that case, yeah, it's time for a new area, because there seems to be a cross lava lake up here. Again, I use whatever pick I have in hand. That is to say the wrong pick. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get under here, down to Y10 without unloading the turtle. This seems like it'll be an interesting challenge, and I will shortly need a lot more torches. Probably more picks and more inventory space too, so alright, we can go down one more. There's a cave of sorts in the immediate vicinity of where I was digging about. Alright, let's see how the turtle's doing. It's going places. There's a fair amount of random stuff here, but that's why. Okay, so this goes out here, this goes in, and try to get some of this up here. Very good. Alright. So, there's multiple ways to get diamonds, and I think I'm going to explore both of them as this is being really fun. So let's process this as soon as we're able to. Okay, so we are already working on iron there, and I'm going to check over here. There's no iron that's in there. Okay, good. Then this can go in there, and we'll need 2 diamonds for that. I will need a macerator. Again, we're going IC2 for this, which is what it is, but basic machine casing. This is not too expensive, really. Already have the tool. We have most of the iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I actually do think that with a little luck, we have everything we need. So basic machine casing, we need those two. We need a copper and an iron plate. Again, copper is fairly simple to come by, and fortunately I have a certain amount of it. We got a fair amount of rubber, not nearly enough for endgame, but enough for now. There we go, electronic circuit. And I think I have what I need for macerator around here. Alright, double trouble is as well. So, I'm gonna look in here. I don't know if I have, I do not, as a matter of fact, have enough coal for this. But I suspect that there's a solution for that. So let's get to mining. How much do we actually have in here? Oh, hello. Yeah, so a stack of coal comes out to a diamond in industrial craft. It is going to take an obscene while to process, and I'm not going to stick around for that bit. But let's get some more. Picks and get to it. So my immediate thought is get everything that has to do with coal and keep looking for diamonds. 2 diamonds will solve the problem. If I don't find any diamonds, the coal will cover the bill. Again, I was looking to round up about now. So it would be really nice to get there soonish. Let's see what happens. I forgot to bring more torches, which again requires coal, which again, oh man. Oh well, the constant trade-offs of Minecraft. Let's see. Does this have anything I can use? Nope. Still running. Yes, good. Alrighty, so I'm gonna turn off this as I will not need it right now. This is working beautifully on what it needs to work on. And this over here is doing its thing too. There's some coal, and I'll do that. This is a good tip, and I haven't been good at using it, but you can make, with tinkers, torches from stone. This is actually a fair amount cheaper than using wood, in particular early game, before you have wooden farms of sorts. So, yeah. I'll also be breaking into tinker soon, as I will want a good lumber axe until I get to certain levels of obscene richness. Having a tinker's lumber axe will make my life hopefully a lot easier. Alright. Torch. It would be infinitely easier to find the diamond down here, but I realize that there's oh man, using the wrong pick. That should limit my ability to find what I need down here by quite a margin. Anyway, I'm going to start on the coal, because I know the coal is going to lead to diamonds eventually. This episode is going to be fairly long, but nothing to do about that, except for finding diamonds though. But as we progress, I seem to be less and less inclined to find them. This happens sometimes. It's just really difficult to locate necessary resources, and cutting your losses and finding other ways to create them is usually worthwhile when you're in that situation. And if you can do both, as in this situation where you have the macerator upstairs and we're still trying downstairs to generate or to find diamonds, we do have the macerator going upstairs in case it does not work out in our favor. We'll also need another machine. Okay, so I thought I heard a creeper, but evidently I did not. Probably also been a little too late to react. There we go. This coal, we're getting close to having enough. And again, I'm using the wrong pick, effectively shortening its life and making my progression less likely. Anyway. Cannon will be annoyed about that later, but for right now, $48. Evidently there's 10 down here in bedrock too. That would have been nice to know. Maybe I should look it up next time I ask myself. Anyway. This mining is getting tedious even for me. How much do we have? 59. I have some additional, and all in all I imagine I'll be okay, but for good measure I will just continue for a moment, and well, there's the charcoal I needed, or coal, and hopefully let's see, how am I for Y level? Y10, that's perfect. Though not bearing fruit, it is perfect. So I will continue for a little bit. Well, that was enough of the other needs covered. Alright, let's make a couple of good poke holes. so this isn't gonna cut it either. I'll take these. Probably break my pickaxe in the process. Nope. Alright, so based on this, I'm gonna need a new iron pickaxe, and I'm going to go the macerator way on this, which I know is going to take a fair amount of time, as I'll also need to compress the result. However, that's life. This seems to have died out. Probably lack of charcoal to burn. Whoa, so basically it wasn't working while I was working. Great. Okay, so based on that, I would say it's safe to assume that a return to mining is the most obvious choice. There we go. This could provide beneficial in the long run, as mining will provide me with other things. However, for right now it's quite the drag. I lost count due to the incident with the recording not properly starting at first on how long this episode has been, but it has been at least an hour now, and should have ideally ended. Zombies or something like that down here. Being roasted in lava, which is of course a more pleasant ordeal than the alternative. Okay, let's see. Which is of course them coming to make a snack out of me. Alright, so I'm gonna place a few torches, and I'm gonna start poke hole in. So that's poke hole, and we'll continue out here. Okay, good. Good thing we made more. Alright, this will come in handy if we end up going the macerator way, which I really hope at this point we will not, as it's that's a little bit silly. Okay, that's not a little bit silly, that's a lot silly. So we do not have water down here. There's actually nothing I can do other than wait for it to burn out. There we go. Okay, so clearly this way is mined. Alright, good. Moving on. No reason to dwell on the stupid moments. There's plenty of those. Yeah, this is pretty silly, taking a very long time to find more diamonds, and I have to keep in mind that I can't get too far away from where I started, as this will affect my This will affect my turtle, as it might stop. And that would be, at this point, disastrous as it is pretty far below the ground. I do have a jetpack. It would help me get down there, but still. It is a far from optimal situation, and we'd rather not have to go down there and get it. Plus I'd have to restart it, and that would take time. Or I'd have to restart it up here, and that would take away from, yeah. Either way, less than ideal. Not that this is much better in the big grand scheme of things. Alright, return to surface, get more torches. Try to avoid prolonging episode for another half an hour, and hopefully life will be good. At this point, the turtle started producing some useful output. And this has stalled again. I'm going to feed it plenty of fuel. Seems to macerate about as much as it gets in fuel, which is to say not a whole lot, but I don't have a better plan, so macerations 1 to 1, then macerations 1 to 1. I need 2 silly diamonds. Okay, I'm going to start making the machine. That's the next step in the process, which is the compressor. As I have a feeling that we'll end up going that way. I want the machine to be ready to go. Again, this electronic circuit and basic machine casing. I can actually see that working, as we have enough everything for this. There we go, and then we need these. I actually need one more of the iron, but that's alright. One step at a time. The main concern is the rubber, but that has been solved. This will be solved. This goes down here, so there, and then split them up. Redstone and ta-da, circuit. Alright, what more do we need? We need a smooth stone and basic machine casing. Alright, compressor it is. Yeah, we can put the epic squeeze and everything. That is brilliant. Anyway. I have what I need to keep this process going. I'm going to need more coal for keeping things burning. Which I can probably get down here. So okay, this is about as close as we'll come to admitting defeat. It'll of course be in silence and not exactly widely accepted, but it will be nonetheless closest we'll come to admitting defeat. Let's see, we can fill this one up, that's good. And then it'll macerate for a while. Alright, we'll start building the components we need and get them further compressed. We need 8 of those for for a diamond, which is a stack of coal, roughly. I find those explosions somewhat unnerving, though I suspect it's pneumatic craft reaper plants, and thus completely harmless. I'm not entirely sure, and not entirely sure is, well, unnerving. Anyway, this will take a while, and we might as well improve our position in the meantime, which means I'm gonna go mining. Oh, I need torches, which again is what I just gave up, but yeah, more of this. Okay. Alright, so 17 torches, that's always a place to start. This has enough to keep it up for a while, and there's enough to get another process started, which is more or less exactly what we want to do. Alright, so coal in here, on comes the compressor. We need 8 of those to make the thing that will then compress into diamond. It's a bit of a process, but in the name of getting this episode ended as soon as possible, I am going to get back to mining. Alright, as soon as I hit, it's poke hole time. Other side, poke hole. Of course I cannot leave iron mined but not picked up. But I will refrain from mining the rest of the iron. So I'm just gonna have to go for gold. Don't want to be wasteful. This is probably silly. Oh well. We will have to get down here and dig out this area later, but for right now, it is messing with my ability to poke a hole. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to switch to the iron pick, as I don't have enough iron at the moment, and I want this to happen. Okay, that was a slick move there. That could have been expensive had it been a mine shaft and not one of my own holes in the ground. Oh well. Okay, that on the other hand I don't really care about right now. Cinnabar I'll get plenty of. So, move this stuff out. We can get down here and get up here. Gonna need to replace this over here or here maybe. Anyway, that's, yeah, that was silly. Anyway, poke holes. plain sight. Well, this will produce the end of this episode, which I can live with in just a few minutes. I realize I did not take safety precautions when mining the diamonds I sorely needed, but I wanted them now and not in a few minutes. I'm still going to continue on my quest for making diamonds with IC2, just for the fact that you can never have too many diamonds, and we're a little short here early game. So, let's sort that out. Here we go. Alright. First, we're making an enchanting table. Then we're encasing it in gold and placing our ill-gotten ender pearl on top. Et voila, chunk loader. Now this is our lifeblood for keeping the turtle going. Turtles do not like being stopped and... oh dearest. Yeah, a bucket of water would certainly help down there. Anyway, we're up on radius 4. That should be 4 times 9 in each direction. I'm guessing I forgot to load Opus on the server. I can highly recommend doing that. It'll allow you to do tons and tons of troubleshooting. I'm guessing I forgot. Anyway, turtle's running, and we'll continue to do so. I will quickly make up a few chests, and then this should be the end of the episode. So let's just get to it real quick. I'm probably going to end up with more coal dust than I really need. However, that's of no consequence. There we go. Okay, so we have the wood for a few chests, and it seems to me that the prudent thing to do would be to upgrade them as much as humanly possible. The essential thing is to not run out of storage between episodes, as far as I see it, because this will run until I am able to complete episode 4. So, based on this, I just need enough storage to let the quarry finish. Between the barrels and this, I am going to assume it'll be enough. Yeah, and it is, as a matter of fact, still running, so I'm going to empty out the chest. There we go, and that is it for this episode. I will see everybody next time.